I have a lot of story ideas for Ranger's Apprentice and for other books. Well, I've always been a professional writer. I started when I left school at 16. I went into an advertising agency and wanted to be a copywriter. And I stayed in advertising for 20, 30 years. And then I did about 10 years working on initially one TV show which ran for 8 years, and then we did another couple in the meanwhile as well. And in all that time, in my spare time, I was writing books, and usually spy novels or thrillers for adults. This series of books happened, they weren't originally books, it was an idea I had for to teach Michael, my son, that reading could be fun. And I also wanted to show him that heroes didn't have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger types. You know, you didn't have to be a big muscle-bound guy to be a hero, you know, and anybody could be a hero. So I created the character Will. Will was a young boy, and because I wanted to get Michael involved, I thought I'll use the things that Michael was interested in, two of which were archery and knife throwing. I write Monday to Friday. I read the previous day's chapter and edit it, and then I'll write a chapter, 5 pages of chapter, and I don't stop until I've finished a chapter. That's the rule. Okay, in the 5th book, Will becomes a minstrel. He poses as a minstrel as an undercover identity. Fare thee well, grey-beard hall, fare thee well, I say. Fare thee well, grey-beard hall, tomorrow's another day. The best part of life about being an author is this is what I always wanted to be. I get to do what I love doing, what I want to do, what nobody tells me to do, you know, and that's just absolute joy. I love it. Greybeard Halt's a friend of mine, he lives on Bleakern Hill. Greybeard Halt never took a bath, and I reckon he never will. We were approached by a writer-director called Paul Haggis, who wanted to take an option on the book's film option. I really admire his work, I respect his work. He's written $1 Million Baby, wrote and directed Crash, and hopefully it'll go ahead into production. Will wants to be a knight, but he's small, and he's rejected as a knight, and he's chosen instead to be the apprentice to the Ranger Halt. Kids like the fact that he's loyal and he's brave and he makes mistakes. They can identify that he's not always right, and you know, he gets himself into scrapes, but he's intelligent and smart and brave enough to get himself out of them. The Ranger's Apprentice series is a classic ensemble piece with a whole lot of characters giving their input. There's a lot of action in them, and most important, I mean, there's a lot of humour in them, and that's being reflected in emails I'm getting from kids as well.